In this video, I'm going to be giving an overview of SchoolsBuddy, how to use it, and some of the features that you will find within SchoolsBuddy. So to start off, you have these 5 icons at the top. You have Home, Diary, Fees, Activities and Clubs, and Portal links. Simply clicking on one of these will take me to the page. As you can see. Now the user interface on each of these pages is very intuitive and simple to read. So as you can see here, these are grayed out, indicating that there is no activity on these days. The activity that is on this day is a Wednesday, and that is highlighted. Click on this, and there's a little icon underneath as well to indicate activities. And it will then present activities here. Now, because there is only one activity set up for this video, it's only going to show that one. But if there was multiple activities, these would populate underneath as well. Next is fees. Please note the fees tab will only show if your school uses our billing module. Now here, again, very simple and easy to use interface. You have any fees outstanding. If you have any credit in your account, it will display here. And if you have any childcare vouchers, this will display here as well. So you can change the date range as well by simply clicking on this little icon here, custom range, and this will give you fees for a certain date range that you select. You also have filter as well. So you can do it by group, by event, person, or year as well. When these transactions populate, they will populate down here, and they will give you details into the event, the time and date, and how much was charged for those events. You can also export this as a PDF or a CSV if you want it for your personal records. Next, we're going to activities and clubs. So this is where the main bookings will be dealt with. So as you can see here, we have all of these signups available. So all I have to do is click select on one of the modules. And as you can see, a very simple interface here. Shows me all the times that I could have available to choose. It also tells me, information about the event. So this is an in-person parent-teacher conference as opposed to an online one. Simply clicking shows that I can book this. I now have 15 minutes to book this. If I don't book it and continue throughout, this will then refresh and disappear and someone else can book it. This prevents partial bookings from being made. So if I go back to activities and clubs and go to another container, again, it is designed to be very simple to use and an easy interface to follow. So if I want to book something for my child, I just click the little boxes. And again, I then have 15 minutes to complete my selections for my child and get confirmation as well. Portal links. This is where if your school has any social media, any policies, or any further information, it can be stored here for use for yourself. So on the dashboard, we do have the welcome message. This will be different for each school, and it'll be potentially any vital information that the school wants you to know when you first log in. So this one, for example, is just letting you know that there is some new teachers that are joining the school, and it has a few bits of information regarding SchoolsBuddy. Again, you have your links here that we mentioned earlier, portal links. These will be different dependent on your school. So on the right hand side, we have the diary. This is a diary overview. So if there was multiple events below, then these would be appearing here as well. And you can also click on the event as well if needs be. This will give you a bit more detail on the event as opposed to the overview, which you just saw. Clicking on diary will take me into the diary where I can view everything in a bit more detail, or I can just click home. Scrolling down, so again, you will have your fees summary. So you have the outstanding fees, voucher balance, and the wallet. So the 3 main things you'll be concerned about. And if needs be, you can view all and go in a bit more detail there as well. We do have here available signups, just a few quick ones on the dashboard for yourself, just so if there is anything that's important, you can see it at a glance. So on the messages, you do have the unread, you have starred messages, and you also have some of your previous messages that you have received. The ones that are in a little bit bolder, those ones haven't been viewed, and the ones that aren't bold have already been viewed. Again, for both available signups and messages, you can click on view all and it will expand into a bigger view. Now, this is the last thing, and that would be the Twitter feed. Now, sometimes schools have your Twitter feeds. You can have that enabled here as well. This will be different depending on your schools. Some schools may not even have a Twitter feed, but if they do and they want to implement it, you will see this on the dashboard as well. And that is a quick overview of how to use SchoolsBuddy and some of the features that you will encounter whilst using the site.